Let's go, Melyssa Ford, y'all. Melyssa Ford, if you didn't know, no longer on Joe Budden podcast. I mean, pretty obvious with Mona, right? So Melyssa Ford doing what women do. She went to the ops. She went to Joe's op, which is basically Charlemagne. You know, she went to his ops. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Melyssa Ford. Okay, you ready? She took shots. The podcast with Charlemagne has not been posted yet, the full interview, but she blames the Manosphere. Now, of course, those Negroes down the street are going to take credit for Melyssa Ford. I don't think people understand when they say the Manosphere, they're not talking about the blacks. I don't think they understand that, but they're so desperate for a win, they're going to cling to that. No, when mainstream media is talking about, when they mention the Manosphere, they're not talking about the black Manosphere. They're talking about the white boys. They're talking about the white boys. But let's go.
I had my own experiences of being around a certain type of a certain group of men who exhibit groupthink. So it has an effect on you, you know, as somebody who's just kind of like absorbing it simply just because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room.
Okay. There's a lot of things wrong with Melyssa Ford. We're going to get to, let's go here first. Let's go to the second part.
Vixen.
I had to figure out how to navigate those treacherous waters. And the way that I figured out how to navigate them was I aligned myself with the people in power. The artists didn't have the power.
Okay. The smart play would have been to marry these men with power. Do y'all understand? This is where women like Melyssa Ford get themselves jammed up. Okay? So everybody knows you as a video vixen. You will always forever be known as a video vixen. Okay? The infamous game bar when he said she drove a Honda Accord, right? And there's stories about you doing things, you know, for whatever, for favors. Yes? The smart play with a white woman would have married one of these men. Because now you're pushing 50, you're unmarried, no kids, and you're still complaining about your experiences with men even today, when all you've ever given us is a history of you objectifying yourself, right? You decided to take off the pants and give us the booty shorts and all that. You chose to do that, to present yourself in front of the world. And that's how we're always going to look at you, remember you for, because that was our first introduction of you. A lot of times, once again, the first impression, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Your first impression to us, you're a video vixen. Why would anyone take you serious? Especially now, you have no man. Now I get it. Some of y'all gonna be like, well, she don't need a man. Yeah. This is where the marriage thing kind of helps. Marriage is a shield. It's like it's an ace card. It's a big joker. It's a big joker, right? It helps defend you from past lifestyle choices, good or bad, right? Marriage, you're seen in a different light. You have value. You're given respect. You're in a different box now. Okay? Now, had this woman had been married, maybe the backlash that she experiences now wouldn't been so harsh. Now it's like, okay, you're able to have somebody. You had somebody. You know, at the highest level. Marriage is the highest level of associated with somebody. There is no other merger higher than marriage. That's the ultimate end game. It's the ultimate goal. Okay? Let's continue.
So I aligned myself with director, producer.
Yeah.
And so I kind of made myself untouchable. Aligned.
Aligning. I'll be aligning too.
With the powerful people. You gotta line it up.
Yes. To protect me.
That was always smart.
Okay, the ultimate protection would have been marriage. That's the ultimate big joker. There is no bigger joker than marriage. There is no bigger joker than marriage. There is none. And the fact that this woman was unable to do so, given her access, this is the same reason why we dragged Jemele Hill, y'all. Remember Jemele Hill from ESPN? She's always going on these long ass feminist ass rants. And we're like, you had access to some of the most wealthiest, able-bodied men, some of the most, well-to-do men in your field, and you couldn't snag one of them. This is how we look at Jemele Hill. Like, what's wrong with you? So obviously they skipped over you for a reason. There's something wrong with you. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Kim K. Can't talk shit about Kim K like that. Yeah. Yeah, perfect example. Yeah, Ice-T's wife, Coco, when she was out there cheating on him with the rapper guy, still, hey, she's married. At the end of the day, she's married. So let's go. Let's see here. Sat down with Charlemagne. Discussed the prevalence of misogyny in the male-dominated podcast community. So why would you get into the waters with men? This is the problem that I understand what a lot of guys have. The women always find themselves in these men's spaces, knowing how men are, knowing the state of men, the climate of men, how men's opinions of women are at its lowest, and you want to be in the midst, right? So nobody felt sorry for her when they would dogpile on Mel, on Joe Budden. Joe Budden relished them dogpiling on Mel, right? Because Mel's an admitted feminist. Well then that's 2 strikes against you already. You talking that feminist shit, right? Her original podcast didn't do so well. Listen, she's gonna forever be tied to a man named Joe Budden. Okay, she's probably more famous now than she's ever been as a video vixen because of men. Right? You were in men's videos. You're on this man's podcast. Right? How can you be a feminist when it's been men that have put you and propped you up in positions to win, to be popular, to be successful? Yes? Okay. She says, in that groupthink tends to lean very misogynistically. It has an effect on you as somebody who is just kind of absorbing it. Just simply because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room. Well, bitch, go to another room. Who sticks around to be in a room full of misogynistic men? You must like the punishment, right? And they dragged her in the comments, right? Okay, let's go here. Fans criticized Ford for the remarks. Others came to her defense. I wish she would have said this on the pod because I've always thought it was weird for the podcast to diss those fresh and fit niggas and their audience coincide with one another. Like, you honestly can't tell them niggas apart sometimes. Right? I see Charlemagne is playing chess with the JPB. He and Joe always had a little a lightweight beef with each other. It's more likely who can quietly out-petty each other on the low. And yes, Mark Lamont Hill did have a relationship with Melyssa Ford. That didn't help either. That didn't help the optics on her either. Okay? So look at this. This is the title they're running with about how the Manosphere and Red Pill community content has affected her and how she previously worked with men that exhibited those groupthink ideologies. So, oh shoot. So you know who's gonna benefit from this? So let's take Fresh and Fit. I don't consider Fresh and Fit black Manosphere. They are Manosphere. They're in the white sector. Okay. When I hear Fresh and Fit, I don't think of them as in the black Manosphere. I think of them as in the Manosphere and referring to mainstream or the white Manosphere. Okay. Now, of course, them goofies will find another way to attach themselves, insert themselves into the conversation like they have something to do with it. No. This is the second time Fresh and Fit have been mentioned. Fresh and Fit have been mentioned in Kamala's book about how they helped to poke holes in her campaign. Fresh and Fit did that. Shout out to them. They are moving the needle. Not the guys down the street. The guys on the street watch Fresh and Fit. Okay? They're having an effect in mainstream. That's not black Manosphere. That's a Manosphere. That's the white boys doing that. Boosting them up. Okay? So here, let's go here.
Was lady.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Nah, he be moody.
Yeah, he do.
He be
I
moody.
know that. You know what's
If
crazy?
anything, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, if anything, when we beefing with our partners, no, it's when we beefing with each other that we be really having to be mindful to like not let it show on camera.
That's a better question. That's what she did. Look at
Yeah.
But I think
That's right. She does have an OnlyFans. She sure does. Oh, let's go take a look. And I bet you it's dry as hell. I'll go use the app. I'll go use the app to see how dry her OnlyFans is. I'm more than sure it's dry as hell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. So you complain about misogyny, and yet you revert back to the only thing you've ever been good at is taking off your clothes for the looks of men. This is all she'll ever be, y'all. She'll always be just a ragamuffin. She'll never be seen as anything outside of that. She'll never be taken as an intellectual. No one will take this woman serious ever. All she had to do was marry one of those producers, one of those directors, one time, maybe two times, and this wouldn't be so bad on her. Okay, this is funny to me. So let's go back. Let's go back here.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. The way our relationship is now, we have grown so much.
Yeah.
Like we
Blessed.
have been through.
Money does that.
Blessed.
Truly blessed.
Nah, money will make you go the other route.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a lot
Stop.
of people out
No.
here that they cannot stand they co-hosting this and XYZ,
Yeah.
and they don't give. They be messing up deals, doing all this, and but the thing is like.
Oh, you good?
Joe is so fucking mad.
Y'all see Joe taking shots. That was for Melyssa. That was for Melyssa. Let's continue.
Hold up.
But I was
Not talking to nobody specifically,
Yeah, nah.
Not with the hand.
but
No, that
some of you hoes
and niggas.
fuck but the hoes.
Yo,
Now, see, I need a drink now.
Some of
You about to
y'all
get too many.
been not liked your fucking co-host.
Uh-oh. Who was that for? Who he talking about? He ain't talking about Rory and Mal. That was 5 years ago. Who he talking about? Who he talking about, y'all? Come on.
Bitch.
I thought niggas was really shooting this.
Some of y'all having a hard time keeping it together, bitch, and you're fucking up the deal.
I mean, no.
Go
ain't
ahead.
wrong.
Go ahead, Lex.
Poor minds is not poor minds without our friendship and our chemistry.
Being tested.
And we can't fake.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very telling. That was Joe's response.
Was lady.
to Melyssa. So here we go. Women love being in men's spaces until it's time to be accountable for what you've done in life and what comes out of your mouth. She is a effing lame, bro. 50-year-old bird. Right? Here we go. Why can't accountability be a part of allyship, Melyssa? Why can't hearing uncomfortable truths that can enrich your life and relationships be a part of allyship? Being coddled and always hearing what you want to hear is a part of the misogyny you're talking about. Just consider that. Okay? Let's go here.
A word is going to escape you.
Refresh my memory again.
Nah, it's good. It's Karen. It's Karen.
You put it on.
do you have a problem?
You put it on a whole different nigga.
As your brother, like, do you have a problem apologizing?
No.
Taking accountability?
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I was looking forward to the ish apology. You never gave it.
Uh-oh.
Is there a reason
Yo, you
why?
said you don't have a problem with accountability?
No.
Oh, shit. She's in the evil eye stare. I know that, man. Calm down, man.
Okay. This is what happens when niggas don't kiss your ass as they once did. Yes. Look at this. I'm so happy we don't have to deal with the BS anymore. The Joe Budden podcast is much better off. Mona not going to have these problems. Mona not going to have these problems. Okay? Mona knows. Mona can play with the boys. Right? Okay. If somebody is a victim in every story they tell, usually they're the problem. Notice how the pod has been nothing but positive vibes since she left. I can't be the only one. It always reverts back to blaming men with this bimbo. Okay. This woman says, of course, the women are gonna take her back. This woman says, mofos wanted Mel to be the bird so bad. I'm glad she got away from them. Grown ass men mad that she never elaborated on her vixen days. They only wanted her to tell her business so they could have more jokes towards her. Glad she never gave in. But that is the joke. She's never been taken serious. Okay? I don't know. I feel like if you had been a fan of Joe's for the long run, you knew this was going to fail off the dribble. I said in the Reddit thread, they only brought Mel on to look like they wanted a female's opinion. You already had 5 strong personality dudes that's talked over each other. She didn't stand a chance. They brought her to do what they did, just kind of blow off her opinions and joke on her in the name of call her the sister. She was, but Meg Griffin style. Okay. Okay. Can we deport her next? She's from Canada, y'all. I used to think Melyssa got a bad rap, but I was wrong. This bitch is a leech. Used the JPB to become relevant again, and now is this fake philosophical broad who acts like she didn't F multiple cast members. That's referring to Imani and Mark Lamont Hill. That's also part of the reason why she left, because her and Imani were messing around. Okay. She had no problem being around those guys while it gave her exposure and gave new life to her career. Mel is trying to escape her past and rebrand as this new woman, which is fine, but it's no need to do this, in my opinion. She'll never escape her past. Her past defines her. Her first introduction to us was her taking off her clothes. That's how we're always going to see you. Once again, Hollywood. They tell actors and actresses your first role, you're going to be remembered for 2 things in Hollywood as an actor and actress: your first role and your last role. Okay? They tell actors and actresses all the time in Hollywood, you're going to be known for 2 roles, your first and last. That's it. Okay? Okay. Melyssa, I'm a victim for, ladies and gents. Glad she's gone. Miss self-proclaimed feminist, tossing around big vocabulary like she's leading a lecture. She got endless sermons on empowerment. But let's be real, her claim to fame was being a video girl. At some point, the common denominator isn't patriarchy, it's you. That's coming from a woman. Okay? Melyssa Ford loves men who are simps. She doesn't believe men should think differently from her, and that's exactly why she's single and will always be single. She's the definition of a toxic woman. Accountability is her kryptonite. Hell, even Superhead got married at one point, right? Even Superhead knew how to, even all the dirt that she done did, right? Look at this. I remember that King magazine cover, watching her in the rap vids, and never heard from her again until the JPP. She should be happy with the attention she has accumulated from that, because no sane person can hear her talk all day. She knew who Joe was when she signed up for the show. She should have called them out on the air regularly, but she's not witty or clever enough to handle dudes like them. And then you throw in Mark Lamont Hill in the mix, yeah, it's going to go left on you real bad. Okay. Melyssa Ford is the typical old misandrist hoe who constantly victimizes herself and thinks women are perfect. I'm beginning to believe women shouldn't be a part of men's podcast. Invite them on as guests and that's it. Could you not make them part of the team? Because this is where it'll most likely end up. This woman is setting up to sue JB and his podcast. I would not be surprised. They're talking about a possible lawsuit for mental anguish and workplace abuse. Yeah. Do not be surprised if a lawsuit pops up from Melyssa against Joe for workplace abuse. Okay? Workplace stress. It's coming.